a dhíobh a chuirde agus fáilte roimh arás chuig fáilmhíní Gaeilge.
Level B1 Topic 2 An Teaghlach. Level B1 Topic 2 The family or the household.
Level B1 Topic 1 Rannóg a chathair an chopail ag díriú bheith glabhairt. Level B1 Topic 1 Section 4 An Chopail or the Copula, focusing on speaking. Le múna ag fifrí de dhuine nó dhaoine an bhfuil gael acu le duine eile agus ag freagairt na ceiste sin, asking somebody or people if they are related to someone else and answering that question. An chopail, the copula is. Baineann an Rannóg seo leis an chopail, the copula. This section is about the copula. Copula is a word or concept that links a subject to a description or complement, most commonly seen as the verb to be in English. For example, the sky is blue. In linguistics, it's a linking verb, and the term comes from the Latin link or tie, applying to grammar, statistics, and even music, referring to connecting parts. And in this section, we'll be looking at using the copula and the verb to be, when asking someone if they're related to someone else and answering that question. For example, are you related to Michael? Yes, no. Is Anya the youngest? Yes, no. Do you have children? Yes, no. In Irish, we will be asking, an bhfuil tú muintirthe do bhí hall? An í Anya an duine is óige? An bhfuil páistí a gcuibh? And you'll notice we use both the verb to be, an bhfuil, and the copula, an í Anya an duine is óige, when we're formulating these questions. Irish, an chopail is traditionally called the copula, used to link two nouns or pronouns. The appropriate noun, for example, may, mise, may féin, tú, tusa, tú féin, etc., is used. Is never stressed and is pronounced with a broad S, except before a pronoun spelt with an initial I or E. The actual pronunciation is sometimes shown by spelling is a as she, apostrophe she, is e as she, and is iad as apostrophe shead. So we'll look at situations where definite noun as the subject, in any copula sentence where the topic, for example, the first noun in these examples is a definite noun. For example, an fear sin, that man, páirt, bríd, Martin, it's a specific identifiable person or place or thing. It's preceded by the appropriate pronoun a, e, and or iad in this case. Some different examples here. So, tá mé an seo agus tá mé go maith. So, I am here and I am well. We're using the verb to be, tá mé. Is mise Martin? I am Martin. Is mise Martin? Is tusa an dochtúr? You are the doctor. Is tusa an dochtúr? Is í sin ma bhean? Is í sin ma bhean? That woman is my wife. Is é féin an múnteoir? Is é féin an múnteoir? He himself is the teacher. Is é an fear sin an sagart? Is é an fear sin an sagart? That man is the priest. Is í cáit ma bhean? Is í cáit ma bhean? Cáit is my wife. Is iad bríd agus Martin na gasúr? Is iad bríd agus Martin na gasúr? Bríd and Martin are the children. So when we're using a, e, or iad as the subject, when the subject is a, e, or iad, it must be repeated. For example, is é an dochtúr é? Is é an dochtúr é? He is the doctor. Is an múinteoir She is the teacher. Is an múinteoir Is iad na gasúr iad. Is iad na gasúr iad. They are the children. An Chopail san aimsir láireach. So dearfach, positive, we use is. Diúltach, form, ní. Ceistach, an éireann ceistach, an. Ceiste diúltach, a negative question, is we use nach. And splach, or dependent, gurb. So that's a very quick rundown of An Chopail in the aimsir láireach. And now, bí a gabair leis an duine in aice nó smaoinigh na freagraí cearta diúltacha agus dearfacha a chuairt na ceistena seo híos. So if you have a study buddy, work with the person next to you, or think about giving the negative and positive answers to the questions below. Would the correct answers be? An bhfuil tú muintirthe do bhí hall? An bhfuil tú muintirthe do bhí hall? Are you related to Míle? An áine an duine is óige. An áine an duine is óige. Is áine the youngest. An bhfuil páistí a gcuimh? An bhfuil páistí a gcuimh? Do you have children? Cén cheist a bhfuil freagra se ní ha orthaí? Which questions would you answer se or ní ha? Cén cheist a bhfuil freagra tá or níl orthaí? So which questions would we use the answer tá or níl? Can you identify which ones are which? So let's look at these examples and see if you can identify which answers go with which. An bhfuil tú muintirthe do bhí hall? An bhfuil tú muintirthe do bhí hall? Well, an bhfuil is the present tense of the verb to be, so the answer is going to be tá or níl. An áine an duine is óige. An so we've got the copula. So an don áine an duine is óige. She, no, ní he. She is or she isn't, yes or no. An bhfuil páistí a gcuimh. Again, we're using an bhfuil, so we're going to answer with tá or níl. Tom ceist the bhfuil se ní ha mar ragra orthaí. So compose some questions or a question that we'll use the answer se, isa, se, or ní ha mar ragra orthaí. Mar hampla, an duine de winter inéal tú. Are you a member of the Inéal family? Are you related to the O'Neills? So the rest of the activity involves a class activity where you would be walking around finding people about whom the following statements would be true. For example, an bhfuil tú muintirthe de dhuine darbh Lisa, tá or níl. So are you related to someone named Lisa? Yes or no. An tusa no an tú an duine is óigas Teaghlach. Are you the youngest person in the family? Is mé, ní mé, yes or no. So short answers on páiste éonar tú. Are you an only child? Se, ní ha. So we only need short, brief answers like the ones we've given. Make sure you understand the difference between an bhfuil, on on a, on who, where the copula is used versus the verb to be. Copula is a complex aspect of grammar, but it's very important, and you'll get used to it as you get more experience with it and you have more examples under your belt and get to have more practice. So once again, níl ag teastáil ach freagraí gonta, concise, cosúil leis na cín thuas, ach bí cinnte go dtuigeann tú go maith an difríocht idir na ceistena agus na freagraí thuas. So all you need are concise answers like the ones above, but make sure you can clearly see the difference between the questions. Again, focus on bhfuil or an an tú, an é, an tusa, an, and so on. Is gné chasta den gramadach an chopail, ach is gné intach tábhachtach So it's a complex piece of grammar, but it's very important. Tuig sé steachart de réir mar a chléile le cleachta. You'll get used to it gradually with practice. Finish, chuir ceist ar an duine acalaat, faoina Gaeilge, no come ceist fuhu. So now, if you have a partner, ask them about their family, or if not, compose some questions that you would use to ask someone. Bhí cinnte gur féidir leat féin labhairt faoi do Gaeilge féin, ar dús chun an duine no na ceistne sin a ragart. So be sure that you can speak about yourself and answer questions about your family if you have a partner who's going to be asking you about them. Agus inis, and now back to the handout and the activity in question. Tom ceistena a bhfuil se no níha mar ragra orhu. So compose questions that you will have answers yes or no to them. Siúl timpeall an ranga agus aimsigh daoine sa rang a bhfuil na rátaíos híos fíor fuhu. So walk around the class if you're in a class situation and find people for whom the following statements are true. Again, first you need to compose the questions based on the statements, and then if you're in a class situation, find somebody who answers to that, a yes to that question. We'll go through the statements quickly. Duine atá muintrithe do dhuine dorb anam Lisa. So someone who's related to someone named Lisa. Duine a bhfuil trúr dratháracha aige nó aici. Someone who has 3 brothers. Duine a bhfuil páistí aige nó aici. Someone who has children. An duine is óige sa Teaghlach, the youngest person in the family or in the household. An duine is sinne sa Teaghlach, the eldest in the family. Duine gur páiste éin ar é nó í. So a person who is then an only child. Duine a bhfuil beirt drafúracha aige nó aici. Someone who has 2 sisters. Duine a bhfuil madra aige nó aici. Someone who has a dog. Duine atá pósta, someone who's married. Duine nach bhfuil car aige nó aici. Someone who does not have a car. Duine a bhfuil teach aige nó aici sa Gaeltacht. Someone who has a house in the Gaeltacht. An duine is óige sa rang, the youngest person in the class. So go ahead and pause the video here and write out your questions so that you have them handy. And if you are indeed in a class situation, go ahead and find somebody who answers yes to those questions. And now the answers, or more appropriately, the questions. An bhfuil tú muintrithe do dhuine dorb anam Lisa. An bhfuil trúr dratháracha agat. An bhfuil páistí agat. An tusa an duine is óige sa Teaghlach. An tusa an duine is sinne sa Teaghlach. An páiste éonar tú. An bhfuil beirt drafúracha agat. An bhfuil madra agat. An bhfuil tú pósta. An bhfuil car agat. An bhfuil teach agat sa Gaeltacht. An tusa an duine is óige sa rang. Sin deire le Rannóg cethair an chopail ag fífrí de dhuine nó dhaoine an bhfuil Gael acu le duine eile agus ag freagairt na ceiste sin. Asking them if they're related to someone and answering those questions. An na nótaí agus bilóga oibre le fáil. Éanacht le cóid fuaime agus nasca na Quizlet. Suíomh gréasáin agus feidhmchláir sa ghluaiste a sholáthraíonn iarslaí éagsúla le haghaidh stadéir agus foghlama. Cosúil le luas chortaí agus strán na gceist. Tá sí go léir ar fáil ar mo chiamh gréasáin. The lecture notes and worksheets to accompany the course, along with the MP3 files and Quizlet links, a website and mobile app that provides various tools for studying and learning, such as flashcards and quizzes, are all available on my website. Original files are available to download at Theastas Eorpach na Gaeilge or edited versions at simplyjacintha.com. Direct links will be in the description box below. Míle buíochas de Theastas Eorpach na Gaeilge, as cead a thuairt úsáid a bhaint as na háiseanna closamhairc atá le fáil suíomh. Many thanks to the TEG for allowing me to use the audiovisual resources that are available on their website. Dúlagam gur bhain siad taitneamh as. Like and subscribe le the hull.